Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Liz. If it's your first time here, I am a part-time reseller over on Poshmark and eBay, sometimes Mercari, but we'll talk about that later. So today I'm actually going over sales from February. So I know it is now April 10th is when I'm recording this, so it has been a while since I posted a video, and I've been wanting to do this video for a little bit, but then I was sick, and so I'm just getting over that now. So I wanted to go over my February sales specifically more than my March ones, because January is when I did the what sold video, and I was talking about all the goals that I wanted to hit and all the sales that I wanted to make. And so I wanted to show you guys if I met that goal. I think last time I had about $1,300 in sales in the month of January of this year, and I was trying to at least double it, which felt like a pretty big jump. But as you guys will find out, come to find out, I did manage to make over double of my sales in January. So I'm really excited about that. I dedicated a lot of time in February to making more sales, like listing 5 items a day and being super diligent about it. I was also trying to do a couple of things that I'll talk about a little bit later, where I made a couple of offers, or like big group offers, and sent a bunch of offers over to the past, like over all of my likers within the past, I think like 3 months. I sent like a mass bundle message basically on Poshmark about that I was running the sale and if you want to bundle items. So I got a lot of buzz in my closet for doing that. So today I'm going to go over just my sales from all 3 platforms, Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. In total, I had 83 sales on all 3 platforms. On Poshmark alone, that's where I had my most sales. That's where I spend most of my time. I had 74 sales. And then on eBay, I had 7, and then Mercari, I only had 2, which is why I don't really mention it very much, because I don't have very many sales on there usually. So when we break it down, the total amount of sales that I had after fees, so after that 20% fee mark that Poshmark takes, eBay varies, and I think Mercari is around 15 or 10%. I can't remember exactly, but I know that they are the lowest. So after all of those fees were taken out, I had a total sales on all 3 platforms of $2,890 worth of sales. Like I said, a majority of those did come from Poshmark, and when we break it down separately, my Poshmark, after fees, after that 20% fee mark, was $2,461. eBay was $327, and Mercari was $101. So those 2 sales that I had on there actually were bigger sales, which isn't a normal thing for me on Mercari. But I think it comes up later in my top sales. I think that one appears. Okay, so my total profit on all 3 platforms, which subtracts out my cost of goods, was $1,898. When you break it up by platform, my Poshmark was $1,612, and my eBay was $220, and then Mercari was $66. So that's the total amount of profit split up in each of those. So like I said, Poshmark is where I spend most of my time, so that's where most of my sales come from. So I did meet that goal. I was trying to double my sales. I wasn't trying to double my profit, but I think I did that as well. I believe my previous numbers of profit was around 700 or so. So I definitely did more than doubled my profit on all of those platforms. So that is really great. I spent a lot of time trying to do this, as I said previously. And then the only thing that didn't change as much as I would have liked was my average sales price, or my ASP. I've been really trying to get that higher and higher, but I did sell off a lot of items in bundles, so that took it down a little bit. And then I also did sell out some older stuff, what I was happy to get rid of, but I definitely had a higher cost of goods on those, so my profit was definitely less. So I'll go over that. So my average sales price was $35, which is kind of around where I've been in previous months, but I am trying to increase that as I try to increase the amount of items that are higher end, more designer, more luxury brands, just so that's kind of where I want to take my closet to further, is stop selling more so bread and butter brands, but try to go over to higher end items in order to decrease my average sales price. So my average profit was only $23, which is something that I'm trying to push over $30. So each item that I take in, I'm trying to look for items that are going to make me at least $30 in profit. That's just the goal that I've been setting for myself. So that just comes with time, getting rid of those older items that I paid up too much for that aren't going to make that amount, and just hopefully continuing to sell my newer items that are over $30 of profit that I purposely picked up for that reason. Okay, so now we're going to dive into my top 10 worst sales. And I don't want to say worst, I don't want to necessarily say worse, but more regrettable buys, or what I paid too much for, or what ended up selling for a lot less than I thought it was going to. Maybe it was oversaturated on the platforms, or whatever it was. Coming in at number 10 was a new with tag Anthropologie knitted and knotted purple sweater. This sold for $19.70 after fees. My cost of goods on this item was $11.68, which put my total profit $8.01. This also took 451 days to sell. I think that I thought it was a good buy because it was new with tags, but Anthropologie is just not as desirable anymore. So I'm definitely not picking up as much Anthro as I used to. Coming in at number 9 was this Torrid, these Torrid black plaid dress pants. These sold in one of the bundles that I was talking about. They sold for $14.40 after fees. My cost of goods was $7.19, which means my total profit was $7.21. And these took 82 days to sell. So they didn't take extremely long to sell, but Torrid is something that I'm not really picking up any longer at thrift stores. Most of the time I will buy them at the Goodwill bins in order to flip them over on platforms such as Flip or some other platform like ThredUp, or give them to a consignment store. And all of these worst sales or regrettable buys are on Poshmark. Okay, so coming in at number 8 was this new with tag H by Halston white linen top. This sold for $14.44 after fees. My cost of goods was $8 on this piece, making my total profit $6.44. This also took 160 days to sell. This is not a brand that I would recommend picking up. I think I might have heard this name the name of this brand from another reseller a long time ago when I first started and decided to pick it up. Obviously, it wasn't a very desirable item nor a very profitable item. So definitely not picking up this brand anytime soon. Next, coming in at number 7 was this Pangea, I'm not really sure how to say this. It's a white graphic crew neck. So I sold this for $24 after fees. My cost of goods was $17.99, making my total profit $6.01. And this only took 12 days to sell. So this is a piece that I actually would pick up again. So the reason I say that is this ended up selling a lot lower than I thought because I sold it in a bundle sale with another profitable piece. So I ended up taking a little bit lower of an offer on it. This is a desirable brand. It's like a newer sweatsuit, sweat set type brand, and they have these like really cute like graphic prints on just like really small writing, very on trend right now. So I actually would recommend picking up this brand. I did pay up, I think, a little bit too much for them. The Goodwill that I went to charges a lot of money for things that they think are on trend. So I actually would pick up this brand again, probably at a lower cost, and probably try to hold out a little bit more for some more money, because it only took 12 days to sell. So not really a regrettable buy necessarily, but just a lower profit item due to that bundle issue. Coming in at number 6 was this new with tag Madewell green pull-on shorts. These sold after fees for $14.40. My cost of goods was $9.06, making my total profit $5.34. And these took a whopping 538 days to sell. So I actually bought these during the pandemic when everything was closed, and I was shopping online when Madewell had a huge blowout sale, clearance sale. So I was like, oh, let's try these out. Madewell's a great brand. These ended up not being so desirable for some reason. They were a very large size. I don't know if that's the reason. I definitely paid too much for them at a thrift store. This would probably be $5, but even then, not that good of a profit. I also sold these in a bundle, so that's why my sell-through price was a little bit lower. And I've actually already sold these before in a pair in black, and they sold for like $35. So I'm not really sure. Madewell is definitely a brand I pick up. I just want to pay a little bit less for their items, just because usually their sales price is usually not that high. Coming in at number 5 was a brand that I never pick up. It's from Wayf. Don't know how to say it. W-A-Y-F. And it was a black floral ruched crop top. This sold for $10.67 after fees. My cost of goods was $5.39, making my total profit $5.28. And this also took 181 days to sell. So this is a brand that is sold at Nordstrom, I believe, Nordstrom Rack maybe even, and I think I got it at a semi-low price. I thought it was a really cute style top, and when I came home, checked comps, I realized that it wasn't a very high selling piece, but I also did buy this over 200 days ago. So kind of learned my lessons with those types of mall brands. So not something I'm going to be picking up anytime soon. Coming in at number 4 was a Vince white and blue thin striped cotton top. This sold for $12 after fees. My cost of goods was $8.09, making my total profit $3.91. And it also was one of the oldest items in my closet, taking 447 days to sell. So for Vince, I would definitely recommend, one, checking comps on the items to see how they're selling on the platforms. I would also recommend picking up items that have a really good fabric content, like their silk, wool, cashmere items are going to do significantly better than their 100% cotton items. So I think this is the reason why this didn't sell for very much, and also why it took so long to sell, since it was a very basic piece. Coming in at number 3 was this Alice and Olivia pink long sleeve blouse. This sold for $21.60 after fees. My cost of goods was $17.99, making my total profit $3.61. And this also took 189 days to sell. I sold this one also at a lower price. I sold it in a bundle, a very large bundle actually. And so I took a lower price on it. And then this was also a very basic piece by Alice and Olivia, which I have learned my lesson that I only pick up more substantial pieces or better prints from this brand. I would also definitely recommend looking up comps on any Alice and Olivia piece as well. Coming in at number 2 was this Lululemon white space dye crossback tank top. This sold for $15.27 after fees. My cost of goods was $11.68, making my total profit $3.58. It also took 224 days to sell. Lululemon tank tops, I do not pick up anymore. Haven't picked them up in a really long time. I would only pick them up at the bins, and even then I would still only give them to a consignment store to sell. it's just a long time or a lot of work to list an item and to only sell it for such a low profit. Like their tank tops, I definitely stick to more substantial pieces, like their outerwear or their more popular pants are definitely the ones that I pay up for. Oh, and side note, if you haven't seen any of my other videos, all of my Goodwills know what Lululemon is and they always price them up super, super high. So nothing, it's really rare for me to come across a Lululemon piece where they don't know what it is. So most of the time, anytime I find a Lululemon piece, it's probably $15 to $20. So that's why comps are super important to me when picking up Lululemon. Okay, so coming in at number one, my worst or regrettable buy is this new with tags, one state yellow ruffle sleeve smocked blouse. This sold for $14.40 after fees. My cost of goods was $11.23, making my total profit $3.17. And it also took 183 days to sell. So for this item as well, I think I bought this at a Nordstrom Rack clearance sale. I don't know what I was thinking or why I paid so much for it. I think I liked the style and I thought it was going to do well or sell pretty fast, but it definitely did not. And the profit margin was just not there. I did also sell this in a very large bundle sale, the same one as the Alice and Olivia top, or the same bundle as the Alice and Olivia top. So I definitely took a lower sales price as well, but I didn't think it was going to sell for very much anyways after I realized what the brand was and how much it sells for. So definitely not a brand I would recommend picking up, especially never pay up for it. Okay, so now I'm going to go over my top 10 best sales, and these are in terms of profit and the amount of days they took to sell. So coming in at number 10 was this new without tags outer known yellow button jumpsuit, and this sold on Mercari for $73.73 after fees. My cost of goods was $30 on this item, and making my total profit $43.73. And this only sold after 2 days on Mercari. I had it listed for a little bit longer on Poshmark, and then I cross-listed it over to Mercari, and it sold within 2 days over there. This was something I think I purchased at Buffalo Exchange, which is why I had a higher cost of goods, but the profit margin was still there after looking up comps. So definitely a brand to look out for. Coming in at number 9 was this Mousy, not exactly sure how to say the brand. And these were a vintage high-rise Vivian skinny jeans. These sold for $96 after fees, making my cost of goods $48, and my cost of goods were $48, making my total profit $48. And these sold only after 32 days on Poshmark. This is a really, really good brand to be on the lookout for. I did take a little bit of a lower price than I would have liked. This was also during when I was doing the bundles, and the person just was interested in this piece, so I still gave her the discount. But usually these jeans can sell for anywhere from $250 to $200 before fees. So definitely a pair of jeans to be on the lookout for. Coming in at number 8 was a older piece that I've had for a while. It was a new with tag Onya rainbow one-piece jumpsuit. This sold over on eBay for $64.54 after fees. My cost of goods was $16, making my total profit $48.54. Like I said, this sold after 242 days while listed on eBay. So I had listed even longer on Poshmark. I think I missed the season previously. I definitely missed last summer when I had listed these. So that's why I had to wait a whole new season in order to get them sold. I actually bought these on Mercari for pretty cheap, for less than $16, because that was after taxes and fees and everything. So a really good deal that I got over there for those, but I still managed to get a good amount of profit on it. So I was definitely leaning towards giving up hope on this item if it didn't sell this summer, but I'm really glad it sold right in the perfect amount of time for a good amount of profit. Coming in at number 7 was this Show Me Your Muumuu Blue Liz maxi wrap dress. This sold for $60 after fees. My cost of goods was $8.99, making my total profit $51.01. And this sold only after 28 days over on Poshmark. Show Me Your Muumuu is a really good brand to know for formal wear and bridesmaids wear, wedding wear, all that kind of stuff. Their more basic pieces don't do as well, but specifically be on the lookout for their formal wear. I was really, really happy with the amount of profit I got on this one. Coming in at number 6 is this Reformation dark blue micro floral Sarah mini slip dress. This sold for $60 after fees with a cost of goods of $5.99, making my total profit $54.01. And this only sold after 9 days. This was the other item in that bundle that I talked about with that Pangaea crew neck. So I did take a little bit lower of a price that I would have liked on it. But Reformation is definitely my favorite brand of all time to sell. I am obsessed with their brand and their mission statement, all that kind of stuff. So I was really excited when I found this in a thrift store for only $5.99. And so I'm really, really happy with the amount of profit on that piece. Next was another item that took a little bit longer to sell and I would like. It was this Trina Turk Epoch, not really sure what that means, tan jumpsuit. It sold after fees for $68. My cost of goods was $11.69, making my total profit $56.31. This sold after 217 days over on Poshmark. So Trina Turk can definitely do really well. Don't knock the brand because it's like an older brand. The style on this piece was really good, so I was holding out for a good offer on it. So when I got this offer, I was really happy to accept. So definitely something I would most likely pick up again, even though it did take a little bit longer to sell. Coming in at number 4 is an example of an Alice and Olivia piece that you should be on the lookout for. It was this Alice and Olivia Melinda horseshoe blouse. It sold for $68 after fees. My cost of goods was $8.99, making my total profit $59.01. This sold after only 10 days over on Poshmark. So I think this was a newer piece by Alice and Olivia, like it was still selling online, or there was only a couple sizes left of it still selling online. So that's a good reason why it sold pretty quickly and for a good price. I think also the print helped it as well. So that's definitely an example of something that I would pick up by Alice and Olivia. Coming in at number 3 was another Reformation piece. It was this blue Danube Kailua midi wrap dress. It sold after fees for $68. My cost of goods was $6.99, making my total profit $61.01. And this piece only took 43 days to sell over on Poshmark as well. So this is another example of a really good solid piece that sells from Reformation. Most of the time with Reformation, I try to aim around the $100 mark, but I did take a little bit low over an offer, or I was okay taking a lower offer because my cost of goods was so low. Another piece that I found at the thrift store, the same thrift store, my favorite Goodwill in San Diego. So I was really happy with that sale and definitely always looking out for Reformation anywhere that I can find it. Okay, so coming in at number 2 was this Patagonia men's forage gray organic cotton quilt hoodie. This sold for $79.20 after fees. My cost of goods was $17.99, making my total profit $61.21. And to make this sale even better, it sold the same day that I listed it. Patagonia is a really good brand to look out for, specifically with any kind of quilted material, like the down puffer type material. Their more substantial jackets are going to do a lot better, or their cinchilla, like their snap tee type pullover sweaters. Those are going to do significantly better than just their fleece pullovers or sleeve zip ups. So this one did really, really well. I was really happy with that sale. The ones that I definitely wouldn't pay up for are those fleece zip-ups, because usually they sell around $45 to $50 range, and so I would pick them up probably if they were $10 and under. But this one I was definitely okay with paying up for because of the type of jacket that it was, and especially very happy that it was a men's and that it sold so well. Okay, so my top sale for the month of February was this pair of redone Levi's faded black high-rise stovepipe jeans. These sold for $84 after fees, and my cost of goods was only $5, making my total profit $79. These only took 29 days to sell. Redone is a awesome brand that I really love to sell as well. I got these for such a good price because I had a lot of money left over on my Buffalo exchange cards from doing trade-ins. So I got this for a really great price, making my profit even higher, but I would still pay up for these, just depending on how much. Like, I think Nordstrom Rack sometimes still prices them at $50, and that's a little bit too much, but for the right price, I will definitely pay up for these, and I still have a couple of more listed in my closet, so I'm really excited to see how those will do as well. So that is all for my what sold video from the month of February. I'm really happy for my numbers from this month, especially from the jump that I made from January, which in general, January is not a very good month for reselling because a lot of people spend so much money in December that January they tend to take a little bit of a break. So I was really happy with my numbers, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do, and I'm pretty sure I didn't do as well in the month of March, but that's just because I started going back to work more full-time at my normal job, so I couldn't spend as much time on reselling, but that's okay. That's why this is a side hustle, and this just shows that anybody could do this. Anybody can make a little bit extra money on their own. So hopefully these numbers inspire you to go out and work really hard to make some more sales. I am really excited to see what I do over the next couple of months. March already passed, but April, I'm hoping to do a little bit better. I'm going to be more consistent. I think I'm only going to be listing 3 items a day, which is a little bit more manageable for me as I already have a full-time job. So I'm hoping that I can continue to increase my average sales price and my average profit. I don't really have much goals for doubling my amount of sales just because I'm not able to spend as much time doing this, but I think that average sales price and average profit are definitely numbers that I can work on. So thank you so much for watching my video today. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I really appreciate all the support from the videos that I've gotten. I'm hoping to continue to put out more videos even though I've become a little bit more busy. We just got a new house, so I'm working on a lot of other things besides reselling. But I'm going to hopefully continue to do some more hauls and stuff like that. Let me know down in the comments what you guys want to see from me next. Like and subscribe to this video if you're interested in this content and want to know more about reselling mostly on Poshmark. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. Bye.